All right, welcome Blue Star Report. I'm Brad. That right there is Dustin, and we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. And we have so much to be excited about as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, me too.
I think this game, we ended up losing, obviously, but I think at the end of the day,
Shows me we can win this year.
we can win. We can win. Okay, now I want to clear the air real quick, real fast. This is not going to be a what if you had Parsons video.
No.
Okay, there's two players. Let me say this. Let me change that. There's three players that I think that if we could have had in the game, or no, two players that we could have had in the game that could have changed things. Okay, and one of them ain't Parsons. Okay, last year we got beat 40 plus and 30 plus with Parsons. Okay, so Parsons had nothing. The player the one player that we're not going to talk about a lot, I'm just going to mention him right here, just because the sheer fact of we're going to really talk about who was on the field, but I just want to clear this out. There is one player that for sure I believe would have helped us in this game. It's not Parsons.
Lawrence.
DeMarvion Overshown.
Oh, Overshown, yeah.
Because if you'd have had DeMarvion Overshown back there spying on Jalen Hurts,
yeah,
things would have been different.
Definitely.
They can keep Parsons as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
We're going to get into what the defense did and how we're excited about that. We're going to get into what the offense did and how we're excited about that. The other player that I said I think would have made a difference in this game is Jaden Blue.
Yeah.
Okay? Jaden Blue would not have gotten caught.
Oh, he'd been gone.
That'd have been a house call and a touchdown, period.
Yeah.
Point blank, done. I don't know. You can't speculate on everything, but I do know this. If Jaden Blue would have had the ball where Sanders had the ball, he would have been in the end zone and they'd have been dancing.
He'd still be chasing him.
Okay? It'd have been over. There wouldn't have been a chance for a fumble and all that stuff.
I mean, this was a loss.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot to look forward to.
But I think there's a win, too.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
So we're going to break this down. I know y'all have already heard a lot about this, so we're just going to tell you a little bit what we think about what happened with the offense, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the defense, and then we're going to close the chapter, close that book.
We're ready for New York.
We're going to get ready for the Giants, so let's go. Dak Prescott, number one on offense. Here we go. I think he had an outstanding game.
Did.
He had a fantastic game. He was. He was hitting them in stride. He was doing a fantastic job. Dak Prescott, he had, 188 yards, and it very well could have been 250.
Oh, yeah.
If some passes were caught that were dropped. Okay.
Look like he lost some weight, too.
I think he did. He trimmed up. He looks really good. There were a few times that Dak threw the ball that were kind of questionable, but let's talk about that just for a second. Okay. In those situations, sometimes you have to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes we got to do something here. Nothing's open. We got to make a throw. We got to try to make something happen. And there were a few plays where he tried to thread something in that were questionable. But on the flip side of that, something had to happen. Had to make a move. Yeah. But all in all, I think Dak looked fantastic.
He did.
I really do. No issues with him whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Talking about Dak, let's go to the offensive play calling.
Oh yeah, it was pretty good.
I think Schottenheimer called a really good game.
Yeah.
It's a tale of two halves.
Yeah.
Okay. First half we were moving the ball. Second half not so much.
Well, we got shut out in the second half.
Yeah, we got shut out in the second half, but I don't believe it was play calling. I believe it had a lot to do with drop passes.
Oh, yeah.
CD dropped one. He dropped three, yeah. But CD dropped one that killed a drive. We ended up having to get a field goal out of. He had first down, and he dropped another one that hit him in the head, hit him right in the face mask. Okay,
yeah.
Dropped that one. That was a drive killer. And then he dropped four, and then he dropped and he dropped another one, the bomb toward the end of the game. Hit him. That's the best pass I think I've seen.
Right there.
You couldn't. He had people around him, and it hit him in the right where you wanted to hit him.
Yeah.
And he dropped it. Now I'm not worried about CeeDee Lamb.
No.
I think he'll be okay.
I was gonna say this is the starters' first game of the year. It's like they haven't played preseason or anything.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. There's some rust there. There's some things going on. The other pass that CD dropped was the bomb, going down the left side, the long ball at the very last play.
Yeah, 4th and 3.
4th and 3. The one he had to dive for. Now let's talk about that for a second. I know he had to dive for it a little bit. He had to stretch out a little bit. It wasn't a complete stretch out, but he had to stretch out a little bit. But if that would have been Jalen Tolbert and he drops that ball, I can go, okay, Jalen Tolbert dropped it. Really wasn't expecting him to catch that. But when your $5 million receiver drops it, that's what you pay him for.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not getting on CeeDee Lamb here because I know CeeDee Lamb's going to make a turnaround.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is an outlier for him.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just, but those plays right there, the fumble by Sanders, that fumble by Sanders was huge. That there was only a field goal scored after he fumbled that ball. There was one field goal scored.
Yeah,
and that's it. No more scoring the rest of the game.
We could have cashed in on that one.
Cashed in right there, we'd have been up. Not saying that's going to change some of the game, but like I said at the first of this video, Jalen Blue takes that to house.
Oh, yeah.
That's house call for him. Nobody's catching him. Okay, I was really surprised. I thought he was going to play in this game, but he didn't. So him not playing in this game, I'm not saying that he would have had that exact same opportunity, but if he did, Sanders looked slow. That was a linebacker that ran him down from behind, like chased him down from behind.
Yeah, linebacker.
He looked extremely slow on that play, but that killed us. Now, offensive line.
It wasn't too bad.
Our offensive line, Dak never got sacked.
No.
He had to scramble a couple of times, but hey, this is NFL, bud. So you're not going to be clean the whole day. Just stand back there like a princess and throw the football. That ain't going to happen.
No.
But he did. The offensive line played extremely well, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
they really did. I was really impressed with Booker. Now they didn't have Jalen Carter over there, obviously, because he was a moron. I hope they suspend him for 3 games. But needless to say, guess what? We can only play the game with the folks that are on the field, right?
Yep.
That's why we're not going to harp a whole lot on Blue and all that. But so he can only play with the guys on the field. You know, if they're boneheaded and can't stay on the field, then that's their fault. And as far as I'm concerned, Booker played really well.
He did.
Booker played really well.
Guyton, Smith.
Guyton played really well. I mean, they all played.
BB.
The whole Terrence Steele.
Yeah.
There was only, there's a couple plays where Dak had to get out of the pocket and do something several times, but there was only one play that I thought he's about to get hammered. And somehow or another, I don't know who it was, one of their guys blitzed off the edge and nobody picked him up, and he was in Dak's face in an instant. And that was one of those balls that he threw.
Yeah.
That, he was just trying to. I think he was trying to throw it out of bounds, but he just couldn't get enough on it, to be quite honest. But needless to say, the offensive line, I was really, really impressed with the offensive line. I was impressed with the whole offense.
Yeah.
I mean, the first half, it was like click, 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 click. Williams played a really good game.
Yeah.
He played a good game.
2 touchdowns.
He got 2 touchdowns. I really didn't, like I said, I don't want to harp on who was and who wasn't in the game. But I believe there's definitely an upgrade available for the next game with Blue in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
If Williams stays in the game, that's fine. But I feel like when you put Blue in there as your change of pace back, there's really a change of pace.
Williams is running hard.
Williams is running real hard.
He carried the pile a few yards.
Yeah, he almost carried the one at one time, about 9 yards or something.
Yeah.
Just kept pulling and pulling. But he did really well, and I was impressed with him. But I feel like that in the games to come, when Blue becomes the change of pace guy, there's going to be a definite change of pace.
Yeah, I think he'll be over Sanders.
Oh, most definitely. Well, Sanders didn't play another down after he fumbled.
No,
he sat down. That was it. Go sit down. Schottenheimer wasn't putting up with that. But, I mean, it was an important game. You know what I'm saying? It really was. The drop passes that Lamb had, he talked about it in a press conference, and I mean, he owned it.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, he owned it. He's like, he's like, the game's on me, and it wasn't. It wasn't all on him because, like I said, if Sanders wouldn't have fumbled and would have got a touchdown right there, actually Ferguson dropped a touchdown in the end zone where they drew a penalty, but he should have caught the ball. Really,
Yeah.
the ball hit him in the hands.
Oh, yeah.
And that would have alleviated the whole Sanders fumble. If someone faster than Sanders would have been running the football, that would have alleviated the whole Sanders fumble.
Yeah.
Okay, you'd have had Blue in there. There's so many little things that can happen in the game that can just change the whole outlook of it. And they're small. I wouldn't say they're small. Like the fumble's not small, but it was a hiccup. But you don't know how much of a hiccup it is until the end of the game when you go, if we scored right there, we won the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, game over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy with the offense. I couldn't be more happy. I feel like, okay, to be honest, on this game with Philly, I hate saying because I don't ever pick against Dallas.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I never expected them to win the game in the first place.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
They kept it.
We said before the game, I said, just keep it. Just let us come out of this game with some hope.
Yeah.
Okay. And they went into Philly.
Gave us hope.
Went into Philly, the world champions, the putting the banner up night,
Almost
first game of the year, and almost pulled it off. It should have won the game.
Yeah.
We played better than what was the overall stats? Dick, I don't know if I can pull them up on this one. No, I don't think so. Uh-oh. Let's see. Anyway, I don't know where they are. I can't find them. But yeah, they should have pulled this game off. They had them. I won't say they had them where they wanted them, but they definitely had them on the ropes. Pickens, he didn't have a whole lot of yards.
He had 2 catches.
I think he had 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah, where's those stats at? Where's that box score right there? There's the one I was looking for, that team stats. Pickens had 3 catches for 30 yards, but Pickens did his job.
Yeah.
In being that,
Getting that CD open.
CD had 7 for 110, and that's why.
Yeah.
Okay? Because they weren't doubling him.
He should have had like 150.
He should have had probably 200.
Yeah.
Because that one was like 40-something.
Yeah.
And then he dropped the other long one and 2 others. He should have had close to 200 yards. If CD, I know it look, you say, well, some people are like, well, Pickens didn't do a whole lot. Yes, he did. He did a ton because he kept coverage off of Lamb.
Yeah, he did.
He really did. He almost one-handed that one ball that they got the penalty on.
Yeah.
He almost one-handed that one. But that would have been a nice catch, and that would have boosted the stat line up. But they did get the penalty, and you press on. But the team stats, if you go through the team stats, and we're going to look at I'm going to say the offense real quick. First downs, we had 22, they had 20. They run more plays than we did by, 6 more plays. We had more yards than they did. We had the same amount of drives. We had more yards per play. We had more passing yards. They had more rushing yards, but that's all because of Hurts.
Yeah.
That's all because of Hurts.
Yeah.
Right there, and we're going to talk about that. You're going to talk about that a little bit here in a minute. But we were 2-3 in the red zone. We talked about that in our when we talked about our little video about what we need to do to win. Our video was shut down Barkley, and we did.
Yeah.
We got to keep Hurts in the pocket, and we did not do that.
They didn't do that one
in the first half.
No.
The first half. And the way we just said we needed to do that was keep our lanes closed up.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that in a minute on your stuff. We said we needed to win the turnover battle. We didn't do that. We lost it by 1. And we said that our defensive backfield has to be penalty free.
And for the most part, they was.
And they were. So anyway, that's what we had on offense. I think we have a lot to look forward to offensively. I think we're going to put some points up on some people. Just keep in mind that was the world champion Philadelphia Eagles at home, opening night, banner raising. They're pumped. That's a tough game to go and win.
Like I said, physically, that was the starter's first game.
Yeah, it was. So anyway, I'm happy offensively with what we come up with.
On defense, well, we got pressure up the middle. Kenny Clark, he did pretty good.
Kenny Clark looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Him and Osa together were moving people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we talked about it in the game. Like, you look up and their two guards, offensive guards, or even the center, were like in the backfield.
Yeah.
So on several occasions, they're they just bulldozing them out of there. It was nuts.
Well, it didn't blitz much until the second half.
Yeah, the second half did.
Yeah. And we said we had to hold Barkley to under how many yards was
I think we said 110.
110. Well, he had 18 for 60 and one touchdown.
You know how many he had in the second half?
I didn't get that stat.
11.
11?
Barkley had 11 yards in the second half. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
They shut him down, buddy. He had I was looking at it this morning. I was going to tell you about it and I forgot about it. But he had one play, I think, run for 14 yards. And then he had a play he ran for 4. And then he lost 4, lost 1, lost 1. I looked through the play-by-play on what they did. Mm-hmm. He ended up with 11 yards on of rushing on in the second half. Barkley did. Shut him down because he had almost 60 going in.
Yeah, the half.
To the half. Yeah. And he ended up with 60-something. I don't remember.
He ended up
60,
with
60 even?
68. Okay. 18 for 60.
Okay.
And one thing we didn't do, though, we didn't keep Hurts in the pocket.
Yeah, that killed us.
Yeah, and let him get loose.
And I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why because I've watched a lot of people talking about it. Is they said that we had lanes that were too wide open.
Yeah.
We weren't filling lanes, running lanes.
I think we needed a spy.
But
Overshown was there.
If Overshown would have been there, Parsons would not have helped us.
No.
If you think about this, if Parsons was there, who else would have been there?
Who else would have been there?
Yeah.
Overshown?
No. Mozzie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mozzie would have been your starting.
Okay, yeah, I get
your starting offense or defensive line guy.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. If Parsons wouldn't have been there, and if you had Mozzie in there, they would have run right up our throat.
Yeah.
As they did in many games before.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts had 14 carries for 62 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yep. And do you know the thing about Jalen Hurts on that? Those were not designed runs.
No.
Okay?
No.
Those were our defensive backs.
They were covering good.
They were covering them, dude.
I thought they said that was our weak spot.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No, it was not at all.
Not at all, dude. I mean, it's like the only reason Jalen got his running yards was because there was nobody open to throw it to. Those weren't designed runs. Those were he's getting back in the pocket, trying to throw the ball, and there ain't nobody open.
No, because his stats for passing were Jalen Hurts, 19 for 23, 152 yards.
Yeah.
No touchdowns.
No touchdowns. And
152 yards.
Yeah, and guess what? 51 of those yards came on one play.
Yeah, to Dotson.
Dotson.
Yeah.
So he really, if you take that one play away, he had 101 yards passing.
Yeah, Dotson, there was 3 for 59.
Yeah.
But Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, we shut them down. Smith had 3 for 16 yards, and A.J. had 1 for 8.
And it took him to the last drive of the fourth quarter to get that 1 for 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was noticed again, Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark was phenomenal, I think. Him and Osa together, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
If you would have had Mozzie in there, they would have had a lot of rushing yards.
Oh, yeah.
Just like they did in the past.
Yeah.
So that's what you give up Parsons, which he might have got a sack. Okay. He didn't in one of the games that we played against Philly last year. He didn't get any sacks. He had 2 tackles and no sacks.
Yeah.
Okay? He got thumped 40 to something.
Yeah.
Okay. So now if you lose Parsons, get him out of there, and you put Clark in, and dude, they stuffed that run. They didn't run it up in the middle.
No,
not with them boys in there. They did not run up the middle. It was if they caught anything, is they had to catch outside, or Hurts was scrambling around and finally found a way to get out. But the second half of the game, Hurts didn't have all that. I didn't look up his stats for the second half, but most of his rushing yards came in the first half.
Yeah, it did.
I heard that in the when they were in their weather delay or whatever, that the defensive end guys, Sam Williams and Ezeraku and all them guys, that they told Coach, "Hey,
let's go,
cut us loose, man.
Yeah,
cut us loose," and they did.
Yeah.
And guess what happened after that? They had 5 quarterback hits and a sack.
Nealon had a sack. And Clark was in on that. Yeah.
But they didn't give him a half a sack. I think they should have.
Yeah.
I think they should have. But, yeah, it's a tale of two halves for the offense and for the defense. The offense played great on the first half, and the defense didn't. In the second half, the offense played crappy and the defense played good. But those guys on the defense come the second half, they shut Philly down to 3 points.
Yeah.
They had 3 points in the second half.
Holding Saquon to 60 yards and shutting down A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Shut them down.
Yeah.
Well, Hurts beat us, but
Hurts beat us. Well, one person. If we would have had one more person on our team, not Parsons, but Overshown, to spy Hurts in that game, that'd have been a different outcome.
Yep.
I think he would have shut him down in the first half. Changed the whole thing up. We really do.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dustin and I are ecstatic about the whole Cowboys thing. I think we are
pumped up.
Yeah, we're good to go. We're happy with this, and I feel like we are going to exceed some expectations that some people, they were expecting Cowboys to come away with like 7 wins this year. I'm still looking at 10.
Yeah.
I'm still looking at 10. But
it wouldn't be hard for us to win the division, but I think we're going to go to the playoffs.
Maybe not. Maybe not. This is something I didn't know. Something I did not know about Washington. Last year, they did well. They won a lot of games at the end of games.
Yeah.
Did you know that they also played 6 games against backup quarterbacks?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. 6 of their games last year of wins were against backup quarterbacks. People were out and they couldn't play their starters. So, anyway, a little something to chew on for a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get in there. But that's what we got. So, you guys get in there, like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you guys think about the game. Also, if you would, tell us what you think about Clark, how he played. Pick a player. Tell us what you think. What are you upset about? Are you worried about Lamb? I'm not worried about him. No. You gonna choke to death over there?
Yeah.
Goodness. Anyway, are you worried about Lamb? I'm not worried about him.
Not at all.
Do you think Blue's gonna can take the place of Sanders and do much better than I feel like Sanders can do? I think so too. So anyway, that's all we got. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment, and come see us again next week when we do our keys to victory over the Giants. I'm not sure what day we're going to put that out, probably Wednesday or Thursday, something like that. But anyway, we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys next week.